Lab 4, Kevin Mark, Sultan Jenkins, almost halfway there, 10 labs in total. Today we're going to do our experiment 4, as I said, determining the empirical formula of a hydrate. So again, I'm just going to collect data for you. You don't have to write down any numbers, as I'm going to show you on the board later all the data that I've collected. I've done this experiment beforehand, so I'm going to, anytime there's a wait of 10 minutes, I'm going to step away and come back as if we waited 10 minutes or 5 minutes, etc. Okay? So this is the setup that we have here on page 37 in your lab manual. We have here a Bunsen burner again. We have here a crucible. We shouldn't be touching this with our fingers because we have oils on our fingers that will change the mass of our crucible. So I'm wearing gloves. We will also have a lid here to put on top when we're heating so that we don't lose any, so no moisture comes in. So the first step, if you guys go to page 37 or 38, we're supposed to heat up the crucible to remove any water. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, you are hopefully familiar with the Bunsen burner. So normally I would heat it up here for about 5 minutes to let all the moisture from the crucible go away. So let's say 5 minutes has occurred. I would shut it off. I would take the crucible with the tongs, obviously very hot. I would place it on our wire, and then I would cover it up so that no moisture comes on as it's cooling down. So we let it sit there to room temperature for a minute or two, and then I would go weigh out this mass. So I'll be back. So we weighed it out, we come back, and the next step, the weight that I got was 7.082. That's after I heated up. So I removed all the water. The next step is I'm going to add some sodium carbonate into our crucible. So I weighed it out with the crucible. That came out to 8.132 grams. And now I'm going to heat up our NaCO3, which is inside. We have some white powder, NaCO3. We're going to heat it up now so that we remove any water that's inside our Na2CO3, our hydrate. So again, same technique. So we would heat it up, and right now I leave it a little bit open with the lid so that all the water can escape. I'm supposed to do this for about 10 minutes, or sorry, 5 minutes in your lab manual. So we'll assume that the 5 minutes has occurred, and I will shut it off. Again, we assume very hot. We would cover it so that no moisture from the air gets in. And then after it cooled down to room temperature, I would go weigh it out. So I'm going to go weigh it out. I come back after I weighed it out the first time, and I got a reading of 7.976 grams. And then I would heat it up a second time to make sure that we've lost all the water. So again, I would repeat the experiment. Again, I heat it up. I'm not going to heat it up, but I would let it go for about 10 minutes, and I would let it cool again, and then I would weigh it out to see if the masses were the same, that we lost all our water. So that is the experimental part. I'll get back to you in a minute on the data that we recorded for this. Thank you.